Enrollment cap on international students impacts local post-secondary schools. Daryl Knight, The Standard, North Durham, Kawartha Lakes. The recent announcement by the federal government that there will be a cap placed on international student enrollment for the next 2 years has drawn mixed reactions from local post-secondary education stakeholders in Durham Region, Kawartha Lakes, and the surrounding area. The new 2-year cap on international students could mean a reduction of as much as 50% of the current number of international students at Sir Sanford Fleming College in Lindsay, Durham College, and Ontario Tech University in Oshawa and Whitby. While the latest development will not impact current students, it may affect those who have applied internationally to study at these institutions starting in 2024. Fleming College President Maureen Adamson noted, "The impending cap on international students is expected to have adverse humanitarian and economic impacts on the area. It is important to recognize the relationship between international students and our local economies," explained Ms. Adamson. The implementation of international student caps poses a threat not only to the educational experiences of all of our students, but also to the vitality of our regional economy. The economic impact of a 50% reduction of international student enrollment will be a staggering loss to our communities, Peterborough, Lindsay, and Haliburton. Representatives from Durham College and Ontario Tech echoed many of those sentiments, noting both post-secondary schools are home to a combined international student body of nearly 5,000 from dozens of countries around the world. As Ontario struggles with a shortage of skilled labor, stakeholders commented on the importance of international students in bridging some of those gaps. International students who come to Ontario are essential to bringing in top talent for key sectors of the workforce, here in our area and across the province, added Ms. Adamson. They usually come with a diploma or degree and are ready to move quickly into the labour market. While other areas of the province have seen skyrocketing numbers of international students in recent years, those students are typically enrolled at private career colleges in the Greater Toronto Area. A much lower number of the recent spike in international enrollments are studying at traditional post-secondary schools, as are found in Durham and Kawartha Lakes, limiting the local impact on housing compared to other parts of the province.
Scugog chooses 2.5% as target tax rate increase for 2024. Dan Kearns, The Standard, Scugog. The Township of Scugog is setting a target tax increase of not more than 2.5% for the 2024 municipal budget. The decision was made at a meeting on Monday, February 12th. The staff will continue to identify service efficiencies and savings and build these savings into the operating budget. Understanding the budgetary pressures expected in 2024, as well as staff capacity issues, it will be a challenge for staff to maintain service levels. As such, any service level increases or new programs should be minimized and considered additions to any target set by Council, a report from Treasurer Laura Barta stated. Ms. Barta explained the rationale behind the chosen tax target at the meeting. With the current economic climate, staff have taken a very minimalistic view by not adding new programs and services which would increase the ask to our residents. We know residents have limited capacity to take on more, and we reviewed all the expenditures to ensure they are still relevant and necessary to our operation. We also looked for ways to increase revenues, where possible, to offset any of these costs. Ms. Barta noted the township is seeing significant cost increases, such as the cost of steel to replace the culverts and street signs. The proposed increase equals an extra $11.33 per month for the average property owner. Nominations open for 2024 Brock Accessibility Awards. Daryl Knight, The Standard, Brock. Nominations are officially open for the 2024 Township of Brock Accessibility Award. Each year, the municipality recognizes a local organization, business, or individual who has shown an effort to improve accessibility in Brock Township. The award nominations opened recently and will continue to be accepted until May 31st. Those wishing to nominate a deserving Brock business, organization, or individual for this prestigious award are asked to fill out an online form detailing the efforts and achievements of the nominee who contributed to make Brock more accessible for all its residents. For further information or to access the nomination form, please visit www.townshipofbrock.ca/accessibility award. Past recipients of the award include local volunteer Olga Kuzmich, the staff and volunteers at McCaskill's Mills Public School in Cannington, Sunderland Pharmacy, and Royal Canadian Legion Branch 135 in Beaverton. Uxbridge approves budget with 5.77% increase. Darrell Knight, The Standard. Uxbridge. Local councillors have wrapped up weeks of deliberation surrounding the 2024 municipal budget with an increase of 5.77% over last year. While taxes are increasing, the rate is slightly lower than the 5.97% jump which took place last year. This year's increase does include 2.03% in additional funding for the township's Asset Preservation Reserve. We went through this in great detail, commented Ward 4 Councillor Deputy Mayor Willie Popp. He noted the township has identified several key areas of focus for the operating and capital budgets, including recruiting, retention, and succession planning, downtown revitalization and beautification, and increased emergency preparation in the wake of the tornado which swept through the town in May of 2022. The average increase for township residents on the municipal portion of their property tax bill is slated to be around $109, with increases from the Region of Durham and local school boards still to be finalized. If we estimate what our increase looks like, it's somewhere around $109 on our portion of the tax bill, explained Councillor Popp. The region, if it comes in on the tax percentage they think, it's going to be around an extra $290, and I think education is staying flat. Councillor Popp praised the work of township staff and his council counterparts in their work on the budget, noting the increase puts Uxbridge near the middle of the pack in Durham, in terms of the property tax increase scheduled for this year.
Kawartha Lakes residents weigh in on recent draft strategic plan. Dan Kearns, The Standard, Kawartha Lakes. A number of residents provided their input into the City of Kawartha Lakes strategic plan at a public meeting on Thursday, February 15th. The draft 2024 to 2027 plan focuses on 4 strategic priorities: a healthy environment, an exceptional quality of life, a vibrant and growing economy, and good government. The strategic plan is a guiding document for the municipality, and it defines our vision for the long-term future. It tries to set out priorities, goals, and objectives to achieve that vision. The plan also identifies principles and values which really define how decisions are made by Council, CAO Ron Taylor explained. Mr. Taylor said some of the themes in what staff have heard so far include the need for affordable housing, improved health care and services, more outdoor amenities and recreational facilities, and the need to maintain the small-town culture. Moya Beale said she is particularly concerned about the impact of climate change on pretty much every aspect of our lives here. I'm really happy to see a healthy environment as a strategic priority, she added. Wesley Found stated, there is a plethora of residential space available on second and third floors of downtown Lindsay buildings. In my opinion, economic growth starts with population growth. There are other factors, like capital allocation on those types of things, but the base thing is always, if the population is growing, the economy is growing. Doug Shaw explained, new housing takes land, and he feels Kawartha Lakes is on a path to becoming like Markham in terms of increased traffic and less green space and farmland. David Rappaport stressed the need for Lindsay to connect to the GO transportation system and said he was encouraged when he saw the healthy environment priority. None of us can pretend business as usual works anymore. Many relevant issues are already in the document. Residents can submit feedback online until February 23rd by going to jumpinkawarthalakes.ca/strategic plan 2024.
The Standard Podcast was produced by Greenstream Studio for the Standard newspaper.